This'll teach you to be mildly rude to me on the phone.
I got what we came for, baby. Let's get out of here.
Keep your tail on you. I'm nearly finished.
I'll be in the van. Hurry up, baby.
Where's the bloody match?
Oh, you made me drop the match in the petrol, you hyper bastard.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Jack McPherson was a small bear with a big mouth and a heart that burned with rage. Now those fires of fury, propelled by the accelerant of vengeance, have consumed him. But Jack is about to discover that while he has come to the end of one journey, another is merely beginning. Jack McPherson has just entered a dimension of fear.
What the fuck?
That's exactly what I said. Of course, I got used to it pretty quick. So will you.
Who the fuck are you?
That's what I said to my god when I first got here, too. Goddamn, I like you, son. I'm Ty Cobb. I'm here to guide your orientation.
Orientation? To what? To life in hell?
You're in hell, son.
Hell? I'm dead then?
Of course you're dead. You're in hell, ain't you? Anyway, got any questions before we get started?
What about my mates? How soon until they die and go to hell too? I hope it won't be too long. I hate having to get to know new people.
Well, this is hell, so
just tell me if my friends are going to hell or not, you bloody hayseed.
Oh, they'll be along shortly. Well, some of them.
You don't mean some of them are getting into heaven.
Let's just say a few of them ain't gonna wind up here. I'm not allowed to tell you who, but I'll just say this. It ain't the ones you expect.
Stuffy?
Yeah, he's one.
Squirrel?
Yes, her too. Now,
Wilhelmina?
All right, that's enough questions for Christ's sake. Oi, I want answers. You think customer service is supposed to be this helpful in hell, son? Now, follow me. I'll introduce you to Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos? But he's not dead.
Well, he's here. And I don't think he'll mind me telling you, he is an absolutely monstrous human being. Howdy, Samantha. I can't right now. I'm doing an orientation. You're just gonna have to tell George I'll see him tomorrow. That's your problem.
What the fuck was all that about?
She's George Wallace's personal assistant. He's been trying to get me over to his place for a fish fry for the last 20 years.
You get a personal assistant in hell?
Not everybody gets one, but George is the president. And let me tell you, without Samantha, he'd be doing a much better job.
Who's the vice president?
John C. Calhoun. Satan appointed him vice president for life as soon as he got here.
And Wallace, he was appointed by Satan as well, was he?
Nah, he's democratically elected, but he might as well be president for life. Every election he keeps running, and he keeps winning. And we ain't got no term limits because, you know, it's hell.
Hang on, if Satan is in charge, why are there presidents and vice presidents in the first place? It doesn't make any sense.
It ain't supposed to make sense. It's hell. Hell! Its existence at its most absurd, where all the constructs you turn to for comfort and stability have been torn down, leaving you with nothing to lean on, no firm ground to stand on, adrift in an endless dark sea of nothing.
Hang on, you sound just like
deprived of all reference points, an eternal life in a void without even the most basic mundane forms of meaning.
Hans Krager, what are you doing here?
I am merely a shade, dispatched here from a higher plane to guide you back across the river Styx. This bleak existence is not your destiny.
Right then, which way do we go?
Up!
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey, baby.
Now where the fuck am I?
You're in the hospital. For a second there, we were afraid we lost you.
Toby Benson managed to drag you out of that burning house, but you were unconscious from smoke inhalation.
Drag me out? Smoke inhalation? But I was right there when the fire started. I dropped the match in the bloody petrol right at my feet.
I don't know how you remember it, but I found your ass passed out at the top of the basement stairs.
Maybe you had a guardian angel, Jack.
It was no guardian angel. It was my dear sweet friend Hans Krieger. First, he gave his life to save me from the fire. Then his spirit showed me a vision of hell so I'd know the horrors that awaited me if I didn't change my ways. I'll tell you bastards this. From this day on, no more drinking, no more fires. I'm a changed bear. The sacrifice of Hans Krieger shall not be in vain.
Jack, so good to see the ministrations of our often dubious local medical professionals have successfully pulled you back from the brink of the abyss.
What the hell are you doing alive?
Staving off death one lived moment at a time, just as you are, my friend.
So what's this mean? I didn't actually die and go to hell, I just had a wonky dream?
You had a dream that was preoccupied with the details of political policy?
No, the other wonky.
Gotcha.
So, what's this mean, Jack? If it was only a dream you had, are you still going to change your ways?
Fuck no, I'm not gonna change. Now get me out of here and take me to Pete's for a Bushmills.
Bushmills?
Never heard of it, baby.
Oh, look at you, acting highbrow all of a sudden. Well, your lordship, Bushmills has always been a good enough drop of whiskey for me.
Whiskey.
Never heard of it, baby.
What the fuck is going on? Where am I? I said tomorrow, goddammit!
And send. It's amazing how much work I get done when Toby Benson and Jack are out of the office. Toby Benson Investigations, baby. No, Toby Benson is unreachable at the moment. He's currently following Phil Collins on the final leg of his North American tour. I sympathize, but he turns off his phone once Mr. Collins takes the stage, which I believe was about 30 minutes ago. I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can help you with? I see. Well, I suppose I can be there tonight. Where is it exactly? Oh, out by the salt mine? All right, see you soon. If I leave now, I should have time to stop for a salad.
A person condemned to die is typically granted the courtesy of choosing their last meal. But what of those whose future isn't quite so predictable? Unbeknownst to her, the salad Squirrel is about to eat will be her last meal. Not before her death, but before everything in her life changes forever. Her first stop is Panera Bread. Her next stop after that, a dimension of fear.
Hello? Edith, it's Squirrel from TBIB. Are you in here? Okay then, I guess this is the part where I approach the eerie glow. I hope my leftover salad will be okay in the car. What in the world is that? I'm pretty sure it's not salt.
I'll tell you what, baby, last night was the best concert of my life. I mean, I expected that he would do In the Air tonight, but I did not expect that he would do that song and only that song for 3 solid hours. It was incredible.
It was shit, alright.
You mean it was the shit, don't you, baby?
Whatever.
Morning, Squirrel. What the fuck?
I tried to call you, but I guess you forgot to turn your phone back on after the concert.
What the hell happened to you, baby?
Aye, something's different.
Edith Abimelech called for you last night and wanted a meeting at the salt mine. You weren't here, so I took the meeting. When I got to the salt mine, nobody else was there, and there was a weird glowing thing at the end of a tunnel. It got really bright for a few seconds, then dimmed back down, so I went home and went to bed. When I woke up this morning, I was like this.
Damn, baby. Is this like an Attack of the 50-Foot Woman situation where you're just gonna keep growing and growing and growing?
I don't think so. I've been up for a few hours and I haven't grown any that I can tell. I don't think there's anything to worry about.
Hey, baby. We got some new information about your growth situation we wanted to pass on.
I can't hear you.
Sorry, baby.
What I said was, we got some new information about your growth situation.
Okay.
The reason Edith Abimelech didn't show up to meet with you at the salt mine is that by the time she called you, she had already been exposed to the weird glowing thing. When she noticed she was starting to grow, she got scared and ran away. This morning they found her. She was nearly 100 feet tall and rampaging through a small town in West Virginia.
Have they figured out what was wrong with her?
Give me the horn, baby.
So, kind of a good news, bad news situation as far as that goes. The government brought in some scientists, and they figured out that whatever it is that's making you grow ain't gonna kill you. In fact, once you get above about 100 feet tall, you're pretty much indestructible.
Did the scientists figure out how to shrink her back to normal size?
Well, see, that's the bad news. They weren't making any progress on a cure, and the army was getting nervous about having a giant, unkillable woman just kind of loose running around, so before she got to 100 feet, they dropped a nuke on her.
They killed her with the nuclear bomb? What about the town she was near?
Give it to me. Oi, Rabbit. Sadly, when they dropped the nuke, it also destroyed the most affluent neighborhood in the state of West Virginia. They estimate the cost of the damage at about $40.
Give me the horn, baby.
I told you not to do that joke.
Fuck you, it's a good joke.
So does this mean they're going to nuke me too? If so, I should start heading away from populated areas.
No, baby, they ain't gonna nuke you. We talked to the military and came up with a compromise so you'll have plenty of room to grow safely while they keep looking for a cure.
That's a relief. What's the compromise?
To ensure you don't destroy anything of value, you're being relocated to the Florida Panhandle.
Give me the horn, baby.
You are not the boss of me.
If you want to save fuel, cut the engines. We're being pulled forward by the gravity of that large asteroid ahead.
That's no asteroid, baby. Susudio the squirrel. Do you read, baby?
I read you.
Listen up, baby.
Squirrel, it's Wilhelmina. The scientists think you're almost done growing, though there might still be some other side effects of the radiation. You're now the 60th largest satellite in the solar system.
Bigger than Demos, baby.
They also figured out that the weird glowing thing was of extraterrestrial origin. They did a spectroscopic analysis and figured out which planet it came from. So we're going to that planet to see if anyone there knows how to help. It'll take a while for us to get there and back, so you just hang in there, okay?
I'll try not to fall out of the sky.
If you do feel your orbit starting to decay, try to land on Crawford, Texas.
We'll be back as soon as we can, babe.
I'll be here. It's not so bad. A little lonesome, but other than that, at least I've got time. I can finally decide for sure which Hogwarts house I'd want to be in. I can give the question the special attention it deserves. I think I'd want to be in Gryffindor. I know others might look at me and think, no, she's a Hufflepuff all the way. And maybe they're right. Maybe that's where the Sorting Hat would put me. But if I had any say in it, I'd be in Gryffindor. I could have been brave. I just never got the chance. Plus, Harry wasn't a Hufflepuff. Hermione wasn't a Hufflepuff. I don't want to be some quirky side character. I want to be the hero. I never realized that about myself. But now I have time to really think about things. All the time I'll ever need. Time doesn't even exist for me anymore. Not really. I don't even know how long I've been up here. Years? Centuries? What's the difference if I'm the only one I'll ever talk to?
Don't go getting ahead of yourself, baby.
Dobie Benson? How could you hear me just now? Did you read my mind?
Sure I read your mind, baby. Just like you're reading mine right now. How else are we supposed to talk to each other in the vacuum of space?
Good point. What are you three doing here? What happened?
The people on the planet where the weird glowing thing came from couldn't help us. They said they specialize in making things grow, not shrinking them.
Aye, shrinkage was the specialty of another planet in their solar system. But the people on that planet accidentally shrank it to the size of a pea some years ago, and we couldn't find it.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it was that bug that hit our windshield when you were driving out of the solar system, baby.
But how was I supposed to know it was a world home to billions of people?
Anyway, since we couldn't find a cure for you, we all decided to do the next best thing and exposed ourselves to the same radiation that made you grow all big and shit.
But why? Now you'll be trapped in space just like me.
We know.
We thought you wouldn't mind the company, you ungrateful langer.
Besides, everybody else is dead, so all we got now is each other.
Everybody else is dead? When did that happen?
A few million years ago. Sorry it took us so long to get back, but we outgrew the spaceship pretty fast, and space swimming takes forever, baby. Especially when you have to dog paddle.
So everyone else we ever knew is long dead, and I didn't even know it until just now? That's a dark twist.
Right? But the good news is, according to the scientists on that other planet, the radiation that made us big also makes us pretty much immortal. So we can swim around in space together forever.
I guess that won't be so bad now that I've got company.
That's better.
You know, I remember reading about this star called Tabby's star. Astronomers noticed it would brighten and dim at irregular intervals, and last I heard, they never figured out what was going on with that.
Sounds like a mystery, baby.
Shall we investigate?
It's about 1,500 light years away. Getting there will take a long time.
We've got plenty of time.
Aye, but not to waste. Let's go if we're going.
Lead the way, baby.
All right, follow me.
So we don't actually need to eat, but if you're hungry, help yourself to some comets when we get to the Oort cloud.
We tried some on our way in and they were delicious.
Good, because I am starving. All I had before they shot me into space was half a salad.
Well, I thought that was a lovely ceremony.
As did I. Though I don't understand why they had to have it way out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because that's where the Huskies and the Prairie Dogs who shipped out to dig trenches for the Allies during the First World War were trained. Some of the original burrows are still there.
I suppose it makes sense, in a sentimental sort of way.
What was that?
I don't know. The engine just died. Ugh, I suppose I'll have to call the HAA. My phone is dead.
Whatever that blue light was must have done it. My phone's dead too.
Is there a light on in that farmhouse over there?
I think so. Of course, your eyes are a lot better than mine.
Trust me, there's a light on. Let's go. I'll convince whoever lives there to let us use their phone.
I reckon it's our best bet. Okay then, let's go.
Unbelievable.
Two friends
Few
stranded
modern
on a lonely
inventions have
country
become
road.
more necessary than the automobile.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought
Were
we
you
said
going to do this one?
Well, I thought we'd said I was doing the intro and you were doing the ending.
Will this one have narration at the ending?
I thought it would.
Because the others didn't have narration at the ending.
Didn't they? Well, this one will, and you're going to do it.
Okay. So I'll let you go ahead.
Thanks. Because I did have something for this.
So did I, but that's okay.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Few modern inventions have become more necessary than the automobile. Our cars take us from place to place, allow us to maintain personal contact with each other. But like all modern inventions, our automobiles sometimes fail us, malfunction, leave us stranded. When that happens, we're forced to rely on our wits and perhaps the benevolence of strangers. Tonight, Millicent and Prospector Jones find themselves in just such a situation. Their car is dead, their phones are dead, and they're forced to seek out assistance at the only refuge available to them, a refuge which, they are about to realize, is located inside a dimension of fear.
You!
Oh, Lord.
I wasn't exactly expecting to see you on the other side of this door either. However, here you are, so I welcome you to my house. Enter freely of your own will, and please leave behind some of the happiness you bring.
Ugh, we're not staying. Where is your phone?
In the living room, through that doorway.
I won't be long.
All right.
While she's making her call, please, take a seat. Can I offer you something to eat? Or to drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm not hungry. But you go on ahead and eat something if you want.
That won't be necessary. I have already dined. And I never drink after 9.
So you don't have to get out of bed to pee?
Yes,
Your phone is dead.
I see. It must be an unfortunate result of the electromagnetic pulse you no doubt experienced while driving by.
No doubt.
Where'd that pulse thingamajig come from anyway?
Government research is conducted at a subterranean facility not far from here. I moved to this area to escape the pressing demands and petty inconveniences of society. But unfortunately, that sort of total escape is no longer possible. Every so often, a station located somewhere out there in the wilderness emits an electromagnetic pulse that disables all electronics within range for hours at a time.
Fascinating. How is it the pulse didn't disable the electricity in this house?
I've taken the precaution of shielding this house from the effects of the EMP. Unfortunately, the local telephone exchange hasn't done the same, hence the dead line. Barring another pulse, everything should be back to normal by morning. Until then, I have several spare rooms upstairs. You're both welcome to spend the night.
I'm sleeping in the car. You do what you want.
Before you go, let me ask your opinion on something.
Oh, all right then.
Hypothetical question. Is it appropriate for representatives belonging to a particular political party to open impeachment proceedings against a president belonging to a rival party for wanting to investigate corruption when the corruption he wants to investigate was allegedly committed by someone belonging to the same party as those representatives?
Well, I think I need more information before
You don't think it's an obvious conflict of interest?
I don't know if that's...
How do you think the framers of the Constitution would feel about that kind of naked hypocrisy being displayed in the legislative branch?
Well...
Back to normal in the morning, eh? Unlocked. Prospector! Prospector Jones! Wake up immediately!
Miss Millicent? What time is it? Are we leaving?
We should be, but the car still won't start. That sea lion lied to us. Where is he?
I don't know. We were sitting here talking for I don't know how long. I don't even remember falling asleep.
Stay here. I'm going to look around.
What are you looking for?
An explanation. There is a creature of the night, a creature of the shadows who feeds on the attention of others. This creature poisons every well, polices every tone, and advocates for every devil. This is no more than you, the time vampire. Give me a break! Hello? Is anyone down there? I knew it!
Find anything interesting?
It's daylight. Shouldn't you be sleeping in a coffin?
Contrary to popular belief, time vampires can move about by day. We merely choose not to for the most part. And I don't have to sleep in a coffin. I sleep in a coffin because I want to.
What have you done to Prospector Jones?
Only that which it is my nature to do.
Meaning?
I engaged him in a serious intellectual debate.
A debate about what?
About the things people have debated from time immemorial. Right and wrong, good and evil, the nature of Hunter Biden's Ukrainian dealings.
And which side did you take?
I was just asking questions. That old book you found upstairs did get one thing right. We feed on the attention of others. When we seek that attention in mainstream society, we're shunned. When we resort to the internet, we're blocked, muted, and shadow banned. So I did what I had to do in order to survive.
You use an electromagnetic pulse generator to stop passing motorists so they'll come to your house and talk to you?
Ingenious, isn't it? I got the idea from...
No, it is not ingenious. It's sad. You are the most pathetic creature I've ever met.
Really, I wouldn't be so quick to judge if I were you. If you would only open your mind long enough to have a conversation, you might realize we have more in common than you...
Boring. Tell me how to fix my car.
Are you really so intolerant that you can't even talk to someone with a different opinion than yours? Or is it that you don't have confidence in your own arguments?
It's that I don't care about you or anything that you think. Now, tell me how to repair my car so we can leave, or I will beat you until you know there's a god and his name is Husko.
I'm terribly sorry, but there is no way to reverse the effects of the electromagnetic pulse.
Oh, really? What's that switch on the wall behind you?
That's nothing. Shit.
Wake up!
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel so weak, like all the energy's been drained from my body.
You were up all night having a pointless bad faith debate with a time vampire.
Oh, Lord. Am I gonna be okay?
You'll be fine. You just need a cup of coffee.
Oh, God, it's so bright. It hurts. Is that because I'm allergic to sunlight?
It's because you just woke up.
Two friends who survived a dark night of the soul, only to emerge scathed but alive into the morning's light.
Two friends who may not realize how lucky they are to have survived a stopover in...
What are you doing?
I thought we could do the outro together.
We agreed you would do the intro and I would do the outro.
I know, but I saw your notes and they were really good, and I thought this was the perfect spot for me to come in.
The perfect spot for you to come in was at the beginning, which you did very well.
Thank you.
So
you don't want to do the outro together?
I prefer to stick to our previous agreement.
Oh. Okay. See you.
Two friends who may not know how lucky they are to have survived a stopover in a dimension of fear. Hey folks, hope you enjoyed our Halloween show. And now here's Hans Krieger with a word or two for you. Hans?
Yeah, in recognition of the occasion, I have written a brief monologue in lieu of the standard Patreon sales patter.
Oh. Okay then. By all means.
Danke. We are but fleeting sparks of life in a cold, dead universe. We impose a vain illusion of order atop a cosmos of chaos that neither knows of our existence nor would have any reason to care. On this day of All Hallows Eve, our thoughts are drawn to spirits, but there are no such things. The immortal soul is a lie, a self-serving fiction invented to entertain the powerful and cow the underprivileged into submission. The only truth is this: there was a time when we did not exist, and there will be such a time again.
That's it?
That's it.
What did any of that have to do with telling people they could help us to keep making videos by supporting this channel through Patreon?
Nothing. I said the monologue was in lieu of such a message.
Fair enough. Happy Halloween, everybody.